One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. And the Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So UNLV's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Quarterback on the keeper. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Rebels decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. You need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter. That's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next.
Turning it on! And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sun Devils want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Mims. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Touchdown, Arizona State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Number 2.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period.
UNLV 0.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UNLV 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space, it's Riley. Still on his feet at the 40. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Sun Devils, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Mims. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
16-yard line. That's a 1st down for the offense.
Here's the handoff. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
First and goal. Arizona.
Looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Arizona State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Rutgers stopped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Piscataway. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, UNLV.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
That's interference. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Rebels send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The inside handoff. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking for a man. It's Mims. Finds his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Arizona State.
Pulls it in. It's Clark. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Only a place to be tackled immediately. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unleashes 1. That pass is incomplete. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
He runs
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right, a 41-yarder from the left hash. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Trying to set the tone with the run. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Mims. Bringing the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught close to the marker, it's Napier. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll try the run. Oh, what a move.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
On to attempt the try.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UNLV 0.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And that's a first down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Poe. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Took a shot as he threw. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Arkansas is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's been running hog wild since the opening kickoff. They're up by 25 over Mississippi State. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Give to the single back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it inside the 30. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The run from the shotgun. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. They'll try to pop the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. With the clock running, this should be the final play. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make